So, do you have a plan for how you're going to kill Kimball? Prepared already. I like it. There's no need to give me the details. It is probably best that way. Even though you already have a plan, I may have some information that... I've been spying in the dam for quite a while now. I've gathered quite a bit of information from various sources. Suggestions, huh? I'd suggest you play to your strengths. There's probably plenty of ways to kill Kimball. Just find one that works best for you. We'll have a few hours before he arrives. You should look around and see if you can find anything that you can use. Just be careful. You don't want to cause a scene before Kimball even shows up. I've been able to get some basic information on the schedule for Kimball's visit, as well as getting some rough security details. The President is scheduled to arrive sometime in the afternoon. It's going to be a short visit to boost morale for the NCR troops. He's going to arrive, give a speech, and then leave. No meet and greet, no questions, just a quick in and out. They're probably afraid something is going to happen. For good reason. I wasn't able to find a final itinerary for his visit, but if you can find one, you can get more... Security is going to be tight. Rangers are stationed all around the observation deck where Kimball is going to give his speech. Security is led by a Ranger Grant. He's a pretty rough guy who's seen a lot of combat. It's best if you steer clear of him. The crowd consists of troopers and a few select civilians who were lucky enough to bribe their way in. They shouldn't cause much trouble for you. Finally, there's the additional security that Kimball will be bringing with him. I wasn't able to find out much on that. If I had more time in their computers, I could have accessed the full duty roster and guard deployment. Maybe you'll have better luck. I'll be in the crowd. Do whatever you need to do, then find me before Kimball arrives. Here's your disguise. This'll get you past most of the NCR there, but watch out for the Rangers. Odds are this won't fool them. I'll meet you...
This is Mr. New Vegas fanning the flames of your passion. If you like news, you're gonna love our next segment. Listeners have been unable to pick up radio broadcasts from Black Mountain recently. Most are calling the static quote, a welcome improvement. Also, Good Springs has fended off a mob of escaped convicts after organizing an impromptu militia. This according to an old man armed to the teeth with dynamite. These headlines were brought to you by Vault 21. Vault 21. Everything's better when you experience it in a vault. Have you ever been in love with a celebrity? Now come on, you don't have to be shy. I feel it between us two. Sometimes you can't help being mad about the boy. Impromptu militia. This according to an old man armed to the teeth with dynamite. These headlines were brought to you by Vault 21. Vault 21. Everything's better when you experience it in a vault. Have you ever been in love with a celebrity? Now come on, you don't have to be shy. I feel it between us two. Some
Have you seen my helmet? I can't.
He melts my foolish heart in every
That's too bad. I'll just have to keep looking.
though I'm quite aware that here and there are traces of the cat about the boy. Lord knows I'm not a fool, girl. I really shouldn't care. Lord knows I'm not a schoolgirl in the flurry of her first stare. Will it ever fly? This odd diversity of misery and joy. I'm feeling quite insane and young again, and all because I'm mad about the boy. Mad about the
Howdy, folks. It's Mr. New Vegas, and I have a good feeling about all of you listening. I've got news for you. Traders from California are being turned away from Mojave Outpost, where the NCR is concerned about dangers along Nipton Highway and I-15. In addition, diners at the Gourmand are giving the restaurant rave reviews for Executive Chef Philippe's brand new menu offerings. The secret ingredient, tender loving care, according to the chef. You know, I think all news, whether it's good or bad, brings us closer together, don't you? You know, sometimes the journey beats the destination, and especially if your spurs go jingle, jangle, jingle, and you meet some nice gals along the way.
I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle, jingle, jangle, as I go riding merrily along. Jingle, jangle, and they sing, oh, ain't you glad you're single? Jingle, jangle, and that song ain't so very far from wrong. Oh, Lily Bell, oh, Lily Bell, oh, Lily Bell, though I may have done some fooling, this is why I never fell. 'Cause I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle, jangle, as I go riding merrily along. Jingle, jangle, they sing, oh, ain't you glad you're single? Jingle, jangle, and that song ain't so very far from wrong. Jingle, jangle. Oh, I got spurs, jingle,
I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle, as I go riding merrily along. And they sing, oh, ain't you glad
and
you're
that
single?
song ain't so very far
And that
from
song
wrong.
ain't so very far from wrong. Oh, Lily Bell, though I may have done some fooling, this is why I never
I
never
got
fell.
spurs that jingle,
I got spurs that
Ski Lodge to the northwest. If you should find it, do not, repeat, do not belittle a super mutant for taking the bunny slope. In other news, Legion Raiders have sacked Camp Forlorn Hope, eliminating all remaining NCR forces there and giving the Legion a strong foothold along the river. These headlines were brought to you by Vault 21. Vault 21. Everything's better when you experience it in a vault. Got a song for you now. It's about a guy who's cold on the exterior, but deep down, you know, he's a good man. And his name is Johnny Guitar.
Play the guitar, play it again, my Johnny. Maybe you're cold, but you're so warm inside. I was always a fool for my Johnny, for the one they call Johnny Guitar. Play it again, Johnny Guitar. What if you go? What if you stay? I love you. What if you're cruel? You can be kind. I know. There was never a man like my Johnny, like the one they call Johnny Guitar. There was never a man like my Johnny, like the one they call Johnny Guitar. Play it again, Johnny Guitar.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. New Vegas here. You're all so great, and we're going to keep you listening all day. Here are our top stories. Citizens of Outer Vegas are flocking to the Strip in droves amid a wave of terror caused by a band of raiders known as the Fiends. Those who can afford passports are saying the added security is well worth the price of admission. In other news, a package courier found shot in the head near Good Springs has reportedly regained consciousness and made a full recovery. Now that's a delivery service you can count on. You know, I think all news, whether it's good or bad, brings us closer together. Don't you? More classics coming right up for you. Stay tuned.
Make it quick. We don't have much. Good timing. Looks like his vertibird is arriving early. Here it comes now. I hope you're up for this.
Thank you, my fellow Californians, who have come so far to answer the call to service, but...
Another kill to my name. You like that?
Take me as though there were no tomorrow. Take me out of this world tonight. Take me, make me forget my sorrow. So when I wake
Caesar is saying he's never felt better. After undergoing emergency brain surgery, Caesar said he will campaign of terror and mayhem as soon as he receives medical clearance. In addition, Roman gang known as the King and a large number of NCR squatters seeking refuge there. The leader of the Kings, who would only identify himself as the King, voiced his displeasure, calling NCR citizens, quote, the devil in disguise. He added he didn't want to see the NCR in the ghetto and called for a mass, quote, return to sender. The preceding segment was sponsored by the Silver Rush. Silver Rush. Feel the rush laser in your hand. Got a song for you now. It's about a guy who's cool on the exterior, but deep down, you know, he's a good man. And his name is Johnny Guitar.
Play the guitar, play it again, my Johnny. Maybe you're cold, but you're so warm inside. I was always a fool.
Whoa!
Well, now, look what role was reminded.
Johnny Guitar, what if you go? You can like my Johnny, like the
Mojave's almost buzzing like a cazador.
Johnny Guitar. Johnny Guitar. Play it again.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. New Vegas here. You're all so great at what I keep listening all day. If you like news, you're gonna love our next segment. Word out of Camp Golf is that many NCR Rangers can expect redeployment in the near future. One anonymous soldier said it was part of a new strategy. In addition, merchants are saying that there's been little contact between traders from Nipton in recent days, causing concerns that maybe trouble. The news has been brought to you by the Vicky Advance. Vicky Advance. We are partners in crime. And now, I'd like to play my very favorite song.
They're the next.
Murderer! By order of Kaisar. Your bel-
was early in the morning when he rode into the town. He came riding from the south side, slowly looking all around. He's an outlaw, loose and running, came the whisper from
Never had you pegged as the doctor type. Guess I know who to come to now when I get sick. Have a look.
In this town there lived an outlaw by the name of Texas Red. Many men had tried to take him, and that many men were dead. He was vicious and a killer, though a youth of 24. And
Give me a shout if you need anything else.
numbered 1 in 19 more, 1 in 19 more.
Excuse me.
Now the stranger started talking, made it plain.
The warlord House thought himself beyond Kaisar's reach, and now he is dead. I wish I could hear the profligates weeping over the explosion at Matera.
Excuse me.
The mark of Kaisar protects you.
Don't bother me. I'm training to become a full legionary.
True to Kaisar.
I'm harsh on the children, but they'll be excellently...
The camps are getting crowded.
I wish I could hear the profligates weeping over the explosion at Materan.
Folks were watching from the windows, everybody held their breath. They knew this handsome ranger was about to meet his death. About to meet his death. There was 40 feet between them when they stopped to make their play. And the swiftness of the ranger is still talked about today. Texas red cleared leather for a
Away. True to Kaisar.
and the ranger's aim was deadly with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip.
You dispatched President Kimball with real skill. Right under their noses, too. What a humiliation. My forces are in a position to assault the dam. Legatus Linnaeus has assumed command. Are you ready to go to him? To tell him to begin the assault? Good. In hoc signo torus vinces. Report to Legatus Linnaeus immediately. He'll brief you on the plan of battle. Come back victorious, or don't come back.
Let's hit.
I'm a little busy at the moment.
The mark of Kaiser protects you. Legatus, a stranger arrives. One who bears the mark.
Finally, Mars has accepted my sacrifices and unleashes me. You are the courier Lord Kaiser has spoken of. The slaughter begins then. As was I, yet I was ordered to await you. Now that you are here, we may act. In the past, the NCR has relied upon attrition, withering our numbers with ranged fire and falling back as necessary. Not this time. The dam contains tunnels to its heart, overlooked by the NCR, now occupied by the Legion. When the battle begins, the NCR will find our teeth at their throats in a dozen places. There will be no attrition, no falling back. Only carnage. Our forces are better equipped to take objectives than hold them. I do not wish to defend this place if another option exists. Our opponents follow a strict chain of command, which is both a strength and weakness. I intend to use you to strike at that weakness. Find the enemy commander, this General Oliver. Kill him or his resolve. Do this and his cowards will retreat, leaving the dam to us. Mars's eyes are upon you. Do not fail him, or us.
The battle is already decided. All that's left is the bloodletting. The battle is already decided. All that's left is the bloodletting.
Rave reviews for executives and brand new menu offerings. You like that? Secret ingredients. Traveling here, according to the more story for you. Listeners have been unable to pick up radio broadcasts from Blackwell recently. They're calling the static quote a welcome improvement. The free eating segment was sponsored for the Silver Rush. Silver Rush. Feel the rush of a
Another kill to my man.
Meets an old movie. I insist. So on guard, who knows what the fates have from their best I'll try hard, ignoring those lips.
Had enough?
The mark of Caesar protects you. The warlord house thought himself
Legatus
beyond
Lanius has
Caesar's
come.
reach.
The battle for the dam
now
will soon be...
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mr. New Vegas. Thank you.
Salve, Courier. How goes the battle in the east?
All the latest news coming your way right now. The influx of
Good news indeed. If only the same could be said for the west. The enemy is much more fortified ahead, and in addition, they've managed to beat back our men emerging from the intake tower ahead. And if we could just get rid of those damn snipers, or release our waiting men in the intake tower, we'd have the manpower to
air forces there and giving the Legion a strong foothold along the river.
Any assistance you can provide is...
You by Vault 21. Vault 21. Everything's better when you experience it.
Not even throwing a coin.
Right out for you. Stay tuned.
see what you got.
So you must be the courier the reports mentioned. Pass this message on to your commander. Hoover Dam will not fall while I still... Fool. We've fought...
Fair kill.
You know, I tried to measure my charisma on a Vitomatic vigor tester once. the machine burst into flames. If you like news, you're gonna love our next segment.
Our way.
True to displaced residents to the refugee camp in Bitter Springs. As causes strain on rations there, NCR officials are asking for donations. Also in the headlines, reports out of Arizona quote Caesar as saying he's never felt better after undergoing emergency brain surgery. Caesar said he expects to resume his campaign of terror and mayhem as soon as he receives medical clearance. That's the news. This is Mr. Vegas filling in for Mr. New. Crosby reminding us of those times
What
when
have you done?
absolutely have to kiss the person you love. Something's gotta give. Up next.
When an irresistible force such as you meets an old immovable object like me, you can bet just as sure as you live, something's gotta give, something's gotta give, something's gotta give. When an irrepressible smile such as yours forms an old implacable heart such as mine, don't say no, 'cause I insist. Somewhere, somehow, someone's gonna get killed.
You won't escape me.
So on guard, who knows what the fates have in store from their vast, mysterious sky. I'll try hard, ignoring those lips I adore. But how long can anyone try? Fight, fight,
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to me, Mr. New Vegas, and you look extraordinarily beautiful right now. And now the news. Tensions are brewing in Freeside between the ruling gang known as the Kings and the large number of NCR squatters seeking refuge there. The leader of the Kings, who would only identify himself as the King, voiced his displeasure, calling NCR citizens, quote, the devil in disguise. He added he didn't want to see the NCR in the ghetto and called for a mass, quote, return to sender. Also in the headlines, merchants are saying that there's been little contact between traders from Nipton in recent
Our
days,
way.
causing
True to
concerns
Kaisar.
that the isolated town may be in trouble. Promotional consideration for this news program has been paid for by the Ultralux. The Ultralux. Live life in the lap of luxury. More classics coming right up for you, so stay tuned.
Kaiser.
I'll wait. True to Kaiser.
That's just enough to know. It's a sin.
And then the fight started. Someone's looking to cash their...
Awe, true to Kaiser.
This slaughter pleases me. No act is more sacred than consecrating a site in the blood of one's enemies. The rest of the dam is fully under our control. A few pitiful holdouts remain, but their time is short. The general was the last source of concern. With their commander dead, the NCR will pull out of this region, allowing our conquest to continue westward unopposed for a time. The Legion will swell with the number of slaves we will claim from this place, and the tribute we gather will fund further campaigns. Perhaps in time I will be granted the honor of conquering the land known as California. But for now we rest. Know that your efforts are appreciated and will not go unrewarded, but we can speak of that later. For now, come. We must see to the burning of the dead.
And so the courier who had cheated death in the cemetery outside Good Springs cheated death once again, and the Mojave Wasteland was forever changed. Caesar entered the Strip as though it was his triumph. The Legion pushed the NCR out of New Vegas entirely, driving them back to the Mojave Outpost. The Legion occupied all major locations, enslaving much of the population and peacefully lording over the rest. Under the Legion's banner, civilization, unforgiving as it was, finally came to the Mojave Wasteland. Though the courier herself was just and forthright in her dealings throughout the wasteland, she helped the Legion achieve victory. Caesar honored her with a golden coin, minted in celebration of her contributions and distributed throughout the wasteland.
Though some super mutants in Nightkin continued to journey to the legendary Utopia, they found little trace of its existence. Some eventually found their way to Jacobstown, but many wandered off into the wastes, confused and disheartened.
Cautious after the Boomers' display of power at Hoover Dam, Caesar chose to leave the Boomers alone. The Boomers remained isolated, but have been seen flying over the Mojave Desert from time to time.
Buried beneath tons of rubble, the Mojave chapter of the Brotherhood of Steel was no more. Those few who were outside the Hidden Valley bunker when it was destroyed settled into new lives, or headed west to find a new chapter to join.
The Fiends attacked Camp McCarran during the Second Battle of Hoover Dam and suffered heavy losses. Caesar, unimpressed with their performance and their dependence on chems, had them exterminated.
After the Legion's victory, Caesar, out of a strange respect for his old fellows, allowed the followers safe passage out of the wasteland. Reluctantly, the followers accepted the offer and abandoned Old Mormon Fort to the Legion.
The Legion, preoccupied with its acquisition of New Vegas, scarcely took notice of the town of Good Springs. Many locals moved on, fearful of Caesar's long shadow. Only the old and the stubborn remained.
The slaughter of the Van Graffs and the Crimson Caravan caused no end of trouble for NCR back west. Already struggling, NCR's supply lines suffered further as the two caravans withdrew support until the massacre in the east was resolved. Cass lived to see the mark of the Legion on Hoover Dam. Uncertain of what lay next for the west, she remained silent. As the Legion marched west, she found it difficult to see the dam as anything more than a gravestone for the Mojave and everyone in it.
As reward for their loyal service, Caesar forcibly integrated the Great Khans into the Legion. The sick and elderly were killed. The women sold as wives to ranking officers, and the tribe's identity was annihilated. Though many Great Khans mourned the death of their tribe, many more were ultimately satisfied with their revenge against NCR.
After their victory at Hoover Dam, Legion troops rolled through Freeside. The kings tried to fight back, but most were killed, and the rest fled into the wasteland.
During the Legion's attack on Novak, Bright followers returning from their long pilgrimage assisted in its evacuation. Though Novak eventually fell to the Legion, many citizens of Novak were able to escape, alive and intact.
After Hoover Dam, the leaderless powder gangers at the correctional facility vanished into the wastes, leaving the prison empty. The correctional facility became another abandoned ruin in the wasteland, its carcass occasionally picked over by enterprising prospectors.
Armed with a wide array of improvised explosives and stolen weapons, the Vault 19 powder gang tormented the Mojave wasteland for years. Citizens of the NCR were favorite targets, and they always suffered the worst fates.
Despite NCR's pledge to support Prim, they abandoned the town after their loss to Caesar. Though Caesar keeps Prim open for business, its citizens live under the constant watch of Legion soldiers.
And so the Courier's Road came to an end, for now. In the new world of the Mojave Wasteland, fighting continued, blood was spilled, and many lived and died just as they had in the old world. Because war never changes.
you.